I know all you guys for lots of years, and I just want to let you know I agree with Mr. Morano. I feel like you're taking the community out of our community, and you're just making it a business, or you're just making line item decisions. There's more to it than just what you're making about it. You're taking a department that has grown for the volunteers, which has never grown. My father's a volunteer fireman. I've been in the department for 20 years. Used to be two sides of the fence, but it's no longer like that. It's really close right now. It's really, really good. You're going to lose that. We have 11 guys that have lost 11 positions this year. 8 are going today, tomorrow, the next day. But it's 11 total positions. With the retirees of Gloucester and Holmes leaving, and we still have backfilled cylinders, and you know, it's 11 positions this year out of 30, 33%, 35% of our department is gone. So there's no way that we can provide the same coverage. We also had a benefit where we could respond from home and kind of be like in a volunteer situation. If we're able to, we're not doing anything, we haven't been out socially, we could come from our home and assist in this position and back up the career stamp. We can no longer do that. We can't come from home. So now, if the ambulance is out, and the fire truck goes out with 3 people, an officer and 2 firefighters, or whatever the deal is going to be, 3 people, you can't do anything about that road that we would have lost last week. In my professional opinion, and I'm a level 2 instructor, I've been doing stuff I teach down in the academy, I'm trying to tell you that in my professional opinion, the block would have been lost last week. Going goodbye, 8 homes. Because the guys would have put up with 3 guys, and if there's no loss of life, they can't enter that building and put the fire out. The wind picks up, the building's burned down. So was that worth $500,000? Will you explain to those 8 families that they lost their homes? There's got to be a point, like Mr. Morano says, where you've got to balance this out, where it's got to be community. You got to do what you got to do. When you say there's going to be 11 spots from one department, but a secretary from this department, part-time from that department, there's more to it than that. You're not being honest with us, I believe. I think you're just saying, I don't think the department needs to be this big, and I'm cutting that down. And I disagree with you. The department needs to have a certain value. It has to have 7 people going out. It's the only way it's going to operate properly. And you're diminishing that by doing what you're doing. What you're doing is going to cause a lot of trouble. I'm telling you the day is going to come. I'm not telling you. I'm going to predict the day is going to come where you guys are going to be sitting here. And I'm going to come back up here. And I'm going to say, now what do you have to say? And I've done this with people before. When their kids were on drugs and I'm in the hospital and banging them and doing CPR, and I say, Mr. Jones and Mr. Smith, you got to do something. Your kid's dying. I guarantee you're going to be walking through this emergency room one day. I'm going to look at you and say, guess what? We weren't able to save him. You got to do something about this kid now. And it has happened. And I'm going to tell you all now, in my opinion, I'm going to come back up here in the next year, month, whatever it is. You know what's happening. You see the decay of the community. You see what's going on with the housekeeping. It's getting worse. You think many of them's coming. They're great guys. They could have a fire. Their call volume is going up. Our call volume is going up. Camden's reducing their staff. Collinswood's not coming. They're reducing their staff. I don't know where you think the help is coming from. Mr. Morano, no disrespect to you and your knowledge of the fire department, but he knows that they're not doing anything down there. They're not doing anything down there at number 2. They're not doing anything. There's nothing going on down there, Bruce. You know that. And for you to jump on Dan's case and say, you guys gave me letters, and you're really just trying to back him. What he's trying to do is he's trying to be helpful to his family. He wants to go home at night. So they want to get out of the volunteer department because they know that they're going to be in jeopardy now. Talk to Jack. Talk to Dan. Don't yell at him. Don't take sides. What's this 2-meeting thing? How's there a volunteer meeting and a career meeting? It's one department. There's no 5-2. It's Jersey Ave Department, Pine Grove Department, it's Gloucester City Fire Department. Why are we having separate meetings? It's my opinion that you guys are trying to divide and conquer. And I don't understand why that happens. I don't know why we just get together, bring the community back together, put this thing back together and get it fixed. I don't understand what's going on. I have not been able to figure this out. I'm pretty knowledgeable in this field, but I haven't been able to figure this out. That beats me up. I'd listen to anything you have right now.
Well, Bruce, you want to tell me where you were with the volunteers? I mean, we're in a situation with volunteers where we couldn't place ourselves in like a hostage situation that we had previously been placed in when the guys from number 4 took a leave of absence. If we then subjected ourselves to that without allowing ourselves another avenue to have an open firehouse to try to push membership down there at 5-2, then we wouldn't be doing the right thing either.
Well, I understand that, and I think, I'm not speaking for them, but if I was in their shoes, I probably would have done the same thing. It's going to be a little less safe knowing the backup career guys are not coming, and the career staff might be lessened, so if they're not coming, should I be leaving my home? Maybe I'll help Little League instead. Maybe I won't jump into that fire and go maybe not be there for my child, because if the city's not going to take care of their own problem, I really love my family, but I really think firefighting, but I really need to be home. I just can't do it. If they're not going to fix it, I'm not going to put myself in jeopardy. I don't think they were just slipping you. I really don't. I think they were saying, I got to take care of Dan Dibble first, or whoever those 7 guys were. So I don't know where that is with that. Volunteerism is on a decline. You say it, and they say it, because we talked about this the other night. It's everywhere. There's a reason why Camden City doesn't have a volunteer fire department. They don't sweep their streets. They don't do things. They don't volunteer in general. It's a decaying community. There's a reason why they have to have paid personnel, because people just don't come out and give to their community. It's starting to happen here in Gloucester City. You know, there were 100 volunteers years ago, 25 at each station when my pop was at the point where there was a waiting list. There's 6 or 7 guys that come out. They're great firefighters. The fellows are saying they're over number 2. I'm here to tell you, they're not going to help you out. They're not going to help you out. I go around, I say to buddies all the time, join the fire department. I can't believe you want volunteers. I'm like, we can't put out big fires. Our job is to keep small fires small so they don't get big. Like they did on Atlantic Street the other day. If they pull up with 3 guys, that block is gone. We probably already spent a couple $100,000 amongst us trying to fix this problem. That probably could have been resolved, and it's probably going to get resolved financially the same way we were talking about it 2 years ago. So this happens every contract. Why are we doing this crap? You know? You're a big part of it.
Volunteers are in favor of one station, volunteer station. But last time when the layoffs happened, there was talk of layoffs. When the officers took a leave of absence, they couldn't get the trucks out. That's not right for the citizens of Gloucester. So this time we get a letter saying they're going to resign. That's not good either. So we have to do something.
So it's the same situation.
So right after that, when we got that letter, we had a meeting with Pine Grove. Pine Grove requested a meeting with us. So we sat down and they said they would try to get their station back and get membership back in their station.
I urge you to follow that up this month.
And I told them I wanted to get a list of all their active members so we can make sure it's a safe and active station. I haven't gotten that yet. So I called the chief about it and said, why don't you truck out of service until we get it straightened out? I don't want that truck to on the street if it's not going to be safe.
Well, why
Well,
it's
we
out
have
of
to do
service so much
something.
to take it over to where they don't use it?
If the officers from Gloucester Heights are going to resign, you know, we have to do something as a volunteer station.
I understand that, but right now, I was in headquarters that night, and I was not allowed to respond. And that was very, very difficult for me to stand there and not go in the vehicle when any of my brothers were going to have to fight a fire. We probably could have kept that